Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, you sound like you're like a smooth jazz
Hey everyone, welcome
little
back
radio
to
host.
Coast 103.5. Ooh, kind of hit something, a little harmony
Slay.
there.
Slay.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our viewing party.
Yeah, we're back
How are
for
you doing,
another
Maddy?
one.
Yeah.
I'm slaying the day away as usual.
Good.
Yeah.
Me too. I feel like
Mhm.
that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Nice.
slay. So as we've said before, here we're going to be talking about movies.
Yes.
Our favorite movies,
Mhm.
your favorite movies, everybody's favorite movies. Eventually we will have guests
Yes.
and we'll talk about their favorite movies. But we're going to let you guys get to know us
Yeah.
and talk about our favorite movies.
Yeah, so last week we talked about Maddie's favorite movie, which was the
Cinderella,
live action Cinderella.
2015.
So
Don't
if
get
you
it
haven't-
twisted.
Oh, of course. So if you haven't listened to that, go listen to that because that was
Period.
a very fun episode.
Mhm.
And then this week we're talking about my favorite movie.
Tell us what my favorite. What,
Oh,
okay.
Sorry, your brain literally stopped
It's because
working.
I almost said it. Tell us what your favorite movie is, Tati.
My favorite movie is Moulin Rouge.
Directed by who?
Baz Luhrmann.
What year did it come out?
Maybe a year.
I can tell you.
Okay.
2001.
Oh.
2001.
Nice.
What were you going to say?
I was gonna say 7. I knew that wasn't right, but
Girl, huh?
it was a choice.
It was the same time around as like the prequels. I think he was going like back and forth.
The
Ewan?
prequels.
Star Wars.
Whoa. Okay, Maddie, don't be mad.
Come on.
Sorry.
Yeah. Ewan McGregor.
Yes.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Himself.
I
can now sing and dance too.
Yeah. So I did write, obviously we write notes about the movies
Mhm.
and we watch them separately.
Yes.
We write our notes, we congregate, we talk about them together,
Mm-hmm.
give you all our thoughts, chit chat about why it's our fave comfort movie.
Mm-hmm.
There will be spoilers.
Yes, especially with this movie. So if you haven't seen Moulin Rouge, pause the episode, go watch Moulin Rouge, and then come
Right.
back and listen to us
I-
talk about it.
Because if you don't come back, we'll know.
Yeah.
Death stare.
Dun, dun, dun. So we talked about our favorite. I answered this last week, but we
Your
wanted
favorite movie snack?
Yeah, to do this with each guest.
Right.
So if you didn't hear last week, I am putting out a petition to put better ice cream choices in movie theaters, so I
Right.
could have specifically a strawberry shortcake ice cream bar and Spindrift. Because if there's anything you should know about me, it's that you should know I love.
She's a
Spindrift.
slut for Spindrift.
I love Spindrift.
Call us Spindrift.
Yeah, literally call us. So those are like my two favorite, and then potato chips, which drove Maddie insane.
Yeah.
But only at my house, not in the movie theater.
Yes, that's a at-home snack, not an inside the movie theater snack.
Yes, because
Period.
if you're chewing that loud inside the movie theater,
You will end up dead.
could you imagine?
Someone is not the only person that's going to end up dead by this movie. I didn't spoil it yet in case you're still here.
Yes. If you haven't
Someone
seen
does
it, this
die.
is your time to leave.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Girl,
And then
bye.
come back. But come back. Come back
Come
after. Okay. So should we just
Jump on into it.
jump on into it?
Yeah. Take it away, Miss Girly Poo.
you guys. I love this movie.
She does. I can
love
confirm.
this movie.
I love this movie too.
And similar to you last
Mhm.
week with Cinderella, I made this whole movie my personality. I just like okay. So if you've seen this movie, you're like, Tatiana, how did you make this your personality? I'm a little nervous.
Oh, yeah. Oof.
I watched this movie for the first time in freshman year in high school.
But can I say that's kind of better though, because you were much younger when you made this movie your personality
Yeah.
than I was when I made Cinderella my personality.
Yeah, I'm
It still is my
a little
personality.
scared. But yes, I was a freshman in high school when I first watched this movie, and I only watched it because I was actually in a show choir.
Okay, if there's anything you need to know about Tatiana Monique Alvarez, it's that she was a show choir girlie.
And I'm actually
Glee.
the best female performer in the nation.
She is actually
I have
she won a
trophies.
medal.
Yeah,
A trophy. Sorry.
with my name. Thank you.
She's
Put some
yelling.
respect to my check.
Yeah, okay.
So we actually did. So we every year. This is kind of relevant, but
She's
not
gonna
at
get
all.
into her show choir lore.
No. We did in our set. There was a Moulin Rouge
Right.
section in our
I
set.
have been forced to watch many of these show choir
Yes.
sets.
And did you not live?
I did.
Okay. Don't be mad.
I was jealous as a 15-year-old looking at your Facebook, seeing all of this.
Not the Facebook.
I mean, it wasn't Instagram.
So yeah. So we did a Moulin Rouge set. So we had a Moulin Rouge movie night.
Okay.
And a reason I love this movie is because you have to watch it more than once to kind of get it. Like
Kind
the
of
girls
like
who
Holes.
get it. Yes.
yeah. The girls that get it. The
and the
girls that don't. Right.
Period. So I remember watching this movie the first time being gobsmacked.
Willy Wonka's everlasting gobsmacked. Is that what you're about to say?
Yes.
It is a gobsmackable movie.
And so let's just get right into it.
Slay.
We start off with one of the most iconic openings to
No,
a
literally,
movie.
that's what I put. I put another iconic opening sequence.
It's amazing. We have this so they're really leaning into the theater
Parisian.
of it all. Yes.
Un papillon. A callback.
Yes. Watch our Cinderella episode. But so we start off with this beautiful overture, and the conductor is conducting
as no conductor has conducted before,
like giving us everything and anything
left
he can.
no crumbs, you could say.
Ate
the house.
girlies up. Like amazing. And then the curtain
opens.
These velvet curtains open up, and we get Paris, and it's the turn of the century. 1901 Paris. And we get this like dramatic monologue from Mr. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Period. Ewan McGregor.
Yes. We get this beautiful monologue, and he's like, Paris, blah, 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 blah. And this beautiful shot, that's actually the exact words.
Yeah.
And these beautiful shots of the Paris to what it looks like now in 1901. It's kind of drab. It's kind of sad.
She's in her flop era a little bit.
Yeah, it's great.
Post-revolution, she's struggling.
Yes. And then we zoom in, and Christian is on the floor crying.
He's a sad boy.
Sad. And I just said, this opening shot is so cool, and I want to hug him because he's sad.
He's sad. He's hot. He's sad. No, really, he is sad. And
he's sad and he's hot.
Yeah, period.
And then we find out that he's a writer, and he is writing about his love, Satine. The sparkling diamond.
Can I tell you what I wrote?
Yes.
I said, it's the Obi-Wan facial hair for me. When he's in his sad era, he looks like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Well, he is, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has the Jedi facial hair going on.
For sure. And then we get this beautiful shot that he's kind of like talking about his time at the Moulin Rouge and stuff like that. And it's this voiceover is everything to me. And there's this one specific shot where it's, spoiler alert, I hope you've left if you haven't seen this, where he's like, the woman I loved is dead. And then it's this beautiful shot of her later in the movie when she dies. Right. But it's just the way that they play with shadows in this movie.
Is it her dying?
I
didn't notice that.
Yes. The way that they play with shadows and foreshadowing in this movie is brilliant.
I mean, Baz Luhrmann, can I just say, I would have loved to see what the editing room looked like for this movie. Because this movie is a fever dream.
Yes.
The amount of clips that is in this movie. Like the amount of like little like
jump shots.
Yes. It's insane.
It is.
It's like, it's wild.
Hours and hours of footage, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So we get that beautiful shot of Satine. He literally says, the woman I love is dead. And I wrote down, spoiler alert.
Yeah, they spoil it in the beginning.
Yeah, so if you don't know, you don't know.
And
then we get the beautiful shot where we just started the movie in 1901. Now we're going back to the 1900s, where Mr. Beautiful Christian, this sweet little nugget of a boy, comes off
blushing.
You guys, I love this movie. And I love him in this movie. Christian is, I mean, he's kind of, we'll get there. He has moments, but he's just so hopelessly in love, and it's so beautiful.
Wow.
But we get this moment where he steps off the train, and then his father's like, you'll spend all your time with the can-can dancers. And same thing with Cinderella that we talked about, was that the actors are acting.
Choices are made.
And they're giving us lines.
Right. No, it's true.
And then so we get this amazing moment. He moves into this little apartment in
Montmartre.
Yes, in sorry, I don't know what just came out of my body.
It was deep. That came from your soul.
That did. So we have this moment. He's in the apartment. He has this really cute jump shot that goes boop 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 and like goes onto his face, and then he like smiles and looks up, and I blush every time.
I know, it's beautiful.
And then we get into the fun stuff where someone crashes into the room. Suddenly we find out that the people upstairs are writing a musicale.
Right.
And they're like, we need our narcoleptic Argentinian has been hit by his narcolepsy, and we need someone to step in to play the role.
You would say fate steps in and lands on his floor.
Yes.
And throws him right into the deeps of the Bohemians of Paris.
And it's the most kooky scene.
It is kooky.
It is kooky. kooky.
I'm kooky because this is kooky. This movie makes you feel like you've done drugs.
Yes.
Right?
It is a 2-hour acid trip. I've never done it, but it is
I
2
mean,
hours of
You don't have to now.
Yeah. It is insane.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite lines,
Okay.
a little decorative piano.
Okay.
And then we get into one of the most beautiful moments in the whole entire world.
Give it to us.
They said they're arguing,
Right.
what should the song be? What should the song be? And then we get, the hills are alive.
He gives it to us.
And he can we just comment on the fact that he can sing?
Oh, no. He's a Jedi that can sing. That Jedi is singing.
Put that on my resume, a Jedi that can sing.
Period.
Like, he sings, and I wrote down, I did write down, The Hills Are Alive was my second sexual awakening.
What was your first?
The Peter Pan movie when I was
me
little.
too. No, 2003?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. But I have to say, when that man sang The Hills Are Alive with the sound of music,
it.
something happens within my soul.
No, I know.
It
you
is,
transcend a little bit.
Yes.
I get it.
And he sounds so beautiful.
Oh, he does. He
And
gives it
so
to
then
us.
they're like, oh my gosh, you can sing too. And you're
and he's
writer,
a writer.
and he has a huge talent.
Oh, yeah. Talent.
So funny. And then he goes, nothing funny.
Yeah,
which is hilarious.
Mhm.
Go for it.
And then they did the absinthe. And you know who the Green Fairy is?
You
I
skipped my favorite
something.
part
I'm
because he's
sorry.
like, I'm not a bohemian. I don't know. And they're like, do you believe in beauty?
Oh.
He's like, yes. Do you believe in truth? Yes.
Yes.
Freedom? Yes. And then they go, do you believe in love? And
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Christian gives us one of the most beautiful monologues. Love. Above all things, I believe in
Oh,
love. Love
it's
is like
beautiful.
oxygen. It's
Love
beautiful.
is a mighty splendid thing. All you need is love. Yeah.
And then we get, go for it.
We get the Green Fairy. Do you know who the Green Fairy is?
Mm-mm.
It's Kylie Minogue, pop star sensation.
Oh,
Yeah.
no way.
Kind of a slay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this part, I think
I'm the
changed.
Green Fairy.
Yes, it changed the chemistry within my mind. Like
Mhm.
my brain chemistry was altered
Mhm.
by the Green Fairy sequence.
It's
because
beautiful.
it's like boom, boom, and the music gives it.
Yeah.
And we're about to get into
This is
the
when the juice
whimsical world.
Of the Moulin Rouge.
And we get the most iconic, hey, sister, go.
Oh,
sister, go,
yes. They give us a
sister."
voulez-vous coucher. It's iconic. Lady
Yes.
Marmalade.
Oh, it's amazing. This
Mhm.
whole sequence, which I love about this movie, is I think that they play into the world of this
Right.
very well.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine another, I mean, maybe there could be, but I can't imagine another movie that could whimsicalize the Moulin Rouge.
I get what you mean because it's like a dark, dirty place.
Yes.
Kind of. I mean, I don't know. I know it still exists. I hope that everyone there is doing well. But but I mean, I don't want to talk shit on this place.
But at the
these
turn of the
people
century.
still
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Like it's grimy, but no, it is romantic.
Oh, it's so
It's
beautiful.
very romantic.
And we get the full sequence. And
Yeah.
all I wrote down was slay.
I wrote down the can ladies better slay.
Yeah, because they're slaying hard.
Mhm.
Also, we get this full dance number.
Right.
They're canning, and then
Yeah.
he goes, the can.
And I put it's Harold flipping over the Moulin Rouge for me. I said that's how
He
I
does
feel
backflips.
watching this movie when he's like, I'm like, that's me trying to keep up with everything happening right now.
Because the jump shots are so quick.
Oh, like I said, how many hours of footage is there for this movie? I'd like to know.
Yeah. Send us an email.
Send us an email.
It's amazing.
insane.
And then Christian gives us also I'm just going to constantly say, this is one of my favorite parts, as if the whole movie isn't my
Okay, that's what we're
favorite.
here for.
But he sings, because it's good for your mind. And then
Oh,
screams.
yeah. No, it's a moment.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It is so good. And then there's this one, shout out to this one specific dancer. I feel like this is very important for you to know. There's this one dancer.
She's definitely listening.
She's definitely listening. She's the second one in the right, and she has this little British hat on. And from the moment I watched this movie, every time I see her, I go, she's my favorite. She's in this gray British hat, and she lifts up her skirt and does a full strut to the front.
It's a moment. The girls were girling.
Yeah, if you're listening, just know that I think you're amazing.
You should find who she is and like DM her.
Yeah, just tell her you slayed in Moulin Rouge.
Why not?
In the
I'm sure she'd
2001
appreciate
version
it.
of Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
And so then we have the sparkling
I just put slay, Miss Kidman.
She was eating the girls.
No, she does. She looks so beautiful. That
So
red
beautiful.
hair. I know.
Have you
It's
ever seen
beautiful.
anything more beautiful than that?
No.
And her costume.
Her costumes. She
She's
has the most
literally the
beautiful
sparkling
costumes
diamond.
in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like no costumes ever. I mean, Cinderella also has beautiful costumes.
But also what I love is literally that we start off her song with the French are glad to die for love. And is that not just a foreshadowing to the whole movie?
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
And then we also get the shot of her again. Sorry, I just like hit the mic again. Sorry,
Get it together.
I'm so sorry. We get the shot of her again dying.
Oh my God.
Yeah. See, this is how we play with shadows in this movie because you can't really tell.
Yeah.
But I've seen this movie at least 40 times probably at this point.
Yeah, I didn't clock that.
Yeah. Yeah. So you find so many fun things if you watch this movie a lot.
That's
so
a slay.
we get the sparkling diamond moment. She comes down all the glitter.
It's a moment.
The men
swing.
are like, oh, the swing.
I also live for the what is the song? The Nirvana song. It's such a moment.
Oh, here we are now.
Yeah. It's so fierce.
Yes. And then we have Nene in the corner with her toothpick bangs.
Oh my God, those bangs are so scary. It's giving 2001.
I just had to comment on that. I just said Nene's toothpick bangs.
Also,
please.
Nicole Kidman, I do love you. Don't get it twisted. I put it's the way she can't dance, but still eats the girls up. Like that woman can't dance.
But she's
giving.
But like if you were in the turn of the century inside the Moulin Rouge as the headliner,
I would hope that you would be able to dance.
Yeah. I was hearing what I was saying, then I was like,
no. I mean, also it's her squeals for me.
I wrote down the bark sound she makes. That's the thing, is that I feel like with this movie or with these characters, they could have been something else, but they develop like you just are like, yeah, that's the teen.
Because it is insane though.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not saying it's
camp.
not.
Like you have to suspend your disbelief and be like, I'm not watching a normal movie.
Yes.
You know, because I do live, but like our best friend, he doesn't really like it.
No.
Because I think it's too much. He says it gives him anxiety.
Yeah. Which
I can understand.
I can completely understand.
It's anxiety inducing.
Yeah. My heart rate does skyrocket while I watch this movie, but I kind of live, you know?
I mean, me too. Sorry.
Okay, Maddy,
we're living on the edge. That's what this movie does.
Which I have a fun fact for you.
What's the fun
So when she is dancing and then they're all around with their skirts.
The quick change?
That's not very that quick.
No.
She's actually films that in a wheelchair because during filming,
I think I knew this.
Maybe, I don't quote me on this.
She was injured?
She was injured, I think her rib or something. I don't remember. But yeah, that scene is filmed in a wheelchair.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that's your fun fact of the day.
I put down the convo during the quick change. Like, it's so funny because everyone's there like, Satine, and they're just like, so how's your day? La-di-da-di-da-di-da. And she's like, it's so insane.
And then, but I live for the moment when she goes, a real actress.
I know. That's what I put too. I said her stare into the camera during a real actress. She's like, a real actress. I'm like, girl, you're yelling.
But it also, I think, is sweet because you're like, you know exactly her desire.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Good script writing.
Period.
And
you
then,
know her objective.
You know her objective, very clear. And then she gets lifted up on a chair. Oh, well, then there's like, you know, oh, the Duke's going to meet you, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And then she's like, who's the Duke? And then she mistakes it's Christian, but it's not.
It's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Not the guy who plays Elvis's dad in the new Elvis movie.
Yes, not to be mistaken with whomever that actor's name is.
I don't know, sorry.
And then she gets lifted up by the crowd. And then we get what I call the coochie sparkly shot.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Because it's she has a little heart and it's this glitter madness. And then Christian makes direct eye contact with the glittery
coochie.
And then looks up and then she goes, I heard you were expecting me.
Oh yeah, no, she gives it.
Could you imagine?
I also put on Pop Off Gloria Estefan. It's a moment.
And I love this moment. And Christian and them dancing. I love how you already see the chemistry of the two.
That's like, I think that's what we like in movies.
Chemistry.
That's the female gaze.
The female gaze is good chemistry. And then when she's like, take off your hat. And I love all of these shots of Paris. These like random wide shots of Paris that you're like, sure. And then how you see the hats fly out of the Moulin
really cute.
Rouge.
It gives graduation a little bit. You know when you throw your graduation caps? I think of that every time.
As we go.
Yeah, that's what it gives.
That's
You're
actually
telling me
funny.
It doesn't?
Yes.
No, it's a moment. Also, that girl is sick.
Yes.
Like, that girl is ill. She's ill.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Which we get the reprise of Diamonds. She's like,
yeah.
Diamonds. I'm just realizing that half of this.
Reprise.
Okay.
Sorry.
I mean, Don't be mad.
It kind of, I'm like, what is this? What notes is she singing?
Yeah, okay, I guess.
Diamond.
Girl, she's sick. Don't be mad.
Yeah, but at least take it up the octave. I'm sorry. Nicole wasn't actually sick. You can still give it to us.
Okay, yeah,
Sorry.
for sure.
It's a sleigh, but yeah, that girl's sick. Anyways, sorry.
And then she's going up on the swing. This girl falls.
She falls. That guy who catches her,
a
saint.
hero. He's actually the hero of the film.
No, he is.
Which we'll get to later.
He is.
But he's the hero of the film. Catches her from up high. Could you imagine falling up that high? Was my
No,
note.
that bitch is dead. Sorry. No one's catching her. She's dead.
And then we find out that Miss Girl, she's got tuberculosis. She's dying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Consumption.
The house down. And then she has to meet the Duke the elephant. And then Nene makes a really mean comment and goes, I don't think the Duke is getting his money's worth tonight.
I know. Nene's mean.
Yeah.
Ugh, mean girl.
Mean girl.
Yeah.
And then we get into the elephant.
The elephant. I want my own elephant room.
Could you imagine? I wrote down the set dressers / designers deserve a raise.
No, it's true. It's giving like elegance.
It's beautiful.
And like, yeah, like excess. You know what I mean?
It's one of the most stunning things if I could spend, I mean, I said this about the house from Cinderella, but if I could spend a night in this set, I would do it as well.
No, me too.
It's beautiful. And then Miss Girl walks in this gorgeous black corset, this
with
gorgeous
the,
lace robe
situation.
She's feeling the fantasy.
She's getting old movie star.
She's giving
also
stunning.
I think it's so interesting they put her in that red dress only to not show us.
Yes. Well, she actually,
we get it later.
We get it later, but I make the same comment every time. I'm like, oh, so you corseted her up for nothing?
Also, the amount of hair changes she had within the same day. I'm like, you cannot have your hair curl. The curls pattern of which your hair was curled changes 4 times.
Maddie's a hair girly, so she'll know. She'll clock you.
What? Also, the updo, like she has an updo at one point, then it's down. I'm like, y'all.
Now she has like these finger waves.
I mean, was there electricity? I'm not that smart. No, there was. I mean, in
this movie, I think so.
Yeah. Well, in the movie, duh. No, but I'm saying like they didn't have curling. Like she didn't have a Kristen S. curling wand. How did she change her hair so fast? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Sorry. I do love this movie. Please. Sorry.
Yeah, Maddie, you're kind of bullying my favorite movie.
I love it.
So I wrote. Could you wait? Huh?
Did we write the same thing?
Sorry. I wrote the writing in this scene is so funny because now we're in the scene where Christian is in the elephant, and Miss Satine is there too, and they are obviously talking about two separate things, 2 different things.
The courtesan is courtesaning.
Yeah, they're like, oh, so we're gonna sleep together, and then Christian's like,
I'm here to audition.
I just want to read my poetry.
Yeah,
and the writing is hilarious because they are obviously talking about 2 different things, but they think the other is talking about the other.
It's a not annoying way to do the like misunderstanding trope.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because like I feel like that can be so frustrating. You're like, just understand each other, but in this one, you're like, no, okay, slay.
And then she is like infatuated because this man starts to sing just like all of us.
Yeah, I put, if you sang to me, I would die on the spot. On the spot. I would be like, immediately.
And also, may I just add that Nicole Kidman in the scene is working for her paycheck when she's rolling around in the pillows.
Yeah.
And she's like making the barking noises.
Insane. That girl's wild. I also put the Bohemians are us. Like, do you know what I'm saying? like I feel like if us and our friends, like if any of us were like talking to a boy, like, you know, we're like in the corner and we're like watching, we're climbing up the elephant. We're in it, you know?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They're us.
They are us. And then Christian begins to sing, my gift is, this podcast is just me singing all of the songs from this movie at this point. But he sings the opening line and another shot of Paris. And did you notice all the lights in Paris turn on?
When he starts to sing?
Is that
really
not just
beautiful.
The most magical thing in the world?
That
the whole Eiffel Tower and all the lights turn
that's
on.
Beautiful. That is beautiful.
And then Nicole looks up, gives us this look, and he starts to sing.
Aww.
And his smile, I wrote down. I can't, you guys.
Tati, you're blushing. Tati's blushing.
His smile is the most charming thing I have ever seen in my life.
No,
how could you not fall in love with him in the moment?
Well, I did fall in love with him just as Obi-Wan Kenobi,
and I
watched
fell in
this
love
movie
with
later
him as Christian.
Yeah,
and so they go into this dream sequence, which is beautiful. They have this whole moment.
It's like the moment,
and there's this the Eiffel Tower is there.
It's
this
so beautiful.
smog, like folk.
Smog? Is it a car? You mean fog, girl? Smog check on Paris, please.
Honestly, they probably need a smog check.
Yeah, probably.
But this fog rolls in.
Yeah.
She's in this now gorgeous dress, and there's this one shot that is embedded in my mind because she looks up through her finger waves, and this blue light glitters on her,
exactly
and it's one of the most beautiful shots I've ever seen ever.
Yeah,
and she looks stunning.
Oh, she is like one of the most stunning people to ever exist.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
That's
And then the song ends, and she goes, "I can't believe I'm in love with a duke."
And he's like, "A duke?"
It's like, girl, no.
No.
Because Christian's a writer.
Yeah.
And then she's like, the duke.
Yeah. Also, I don't remember when this happens, but I put in quotation marks, tragically impoverished. Because someone says that, I'm like, that is hilarious. I'm like, is that in all of us right now?
Yeah.
Tragically impoverished.
In this economy, please.
Yeah, like literally.
I also have to comment on the fact that her eyebrows
are so long to her hairline.
I
know.
I wrote the eyebrows are eyebrowing.
No, they are.
And I kind of live, and it's like,
it's a moment.
It's a moment, and it only works because she's making it work.
It only works because it's Nicole Kidman, and anything will work on Nicole Kidman.
So now
we get to the Duke.
The Duke enters.
He has the kookiest voice ever.
And the kookiest mustache to follow.
Oh my goodness. No, he's insane.
And I wrote down committed. Like, this man is committed to his art.
Oh yeah. He's like one of the guys that Baz Luhrmann uses a lot. He's in a lot of Baz Luhrmann stuff.
Well, I guess he's in
Elvis. When I was seeing Elvis, I was looking at him. I was like, who is that guy? Who is that guy? Who is that guy?
The Duke.
And then I was like, it's the Duke.
And also when she sings back Christian's lyrics and then looks at him when he says, "Now you're in the world. Couldn't you just die?" And then when he's like, "Don't sleep
and so
with
could
him."
she. LOL.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
I also put. Do you know who Harold is? Do you know who that actor is?
The actor, no.
That's Professor Slughorn from Harry Potter. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
It is.
Oh my gosh.
So every time I watch it, I'm like, hee.
That's funny. Which now Christian makes a loud noise. Or no. Sorry. I literally, that's not correct.
No.
The Duke.
He does, but she covers it up.
Yes. And then Nicole's like, yes, you need to go. You're too much for me. We'll see each other again soon. And then Christian's like, oh, you don't sleep with him. And then
because
the
Duke comes. Yeah.
And then one of my favorite scenes, he's like, what am I supposed to do? Puts her on the bed, is straddling on top of her, like, girl, wake up. And then
shaking her, waking up.
And the Duke walks in and goes, foul play.
Foul play. His mustache is like, foul play.
And then the rest of the Bohemian tribe walks in because she's like, no, we were rehearsing. And then they're like, how's the rehearsal? And then he's like, oh, the rehearsal. Harold sees all this.
Right.
Comes in. Now they're like, here's the thing, you're gonna invest. Kind of tricks him in a way, which is kind of slay.
It's the manipulation in the house.
It's like, you're gonna invest in our show.
Yeah,
this is what our show's about.
Right.
And I have to say that the Duke is kind of eating this up.
Oh, the Duke is stupid.
Yes, but like is kind of like in the plot of the show.
Oh no, he is. He's clocked in.
Because there's a part specifically where they zoom in and he's like, you can't really see my face right now, but it's like
he's like his mustache is a wiggle and he's like
and so they basically explain
a quiver in his eye.
Yeah. They basically explain the plot of the Moulin
movie.
Rouge.
Yeah, which I mean, I saw the musical recently, and I noticed that during the musical, I was like, "Whoa, that's literally the whole plot." So spoiler alert.
Yeah, they explain the show in which they are doing at the Moulin Rouge is basically the
Moulin
plot
Rouge.
of the Moulin Rouge, the movie.
It's kind of magical. And in the end, should someone die?
Yes, and then when the Duke sings, it's a little bit
funny. There's feeling inside.
And it's really the mustache quiver.
No, it's the mustache.
It's the mustache. The
mustache
is doing it all for me.
No, really.
It's so insane. I put, you better sing Duke.
Oh, I put the narcoleptic Argentinian is giving. That man gives a performance at every turn. He's always
struggling with your papers.
I was a little bit, but I got there. Don't worry.
And then so now everyone leaves. The Bohemians are like partying. They're like, we have a show.
Yeah, because they agree to do it.
Yes.
Spectacular is the name of their show. And they agree. They're like, yeah, we'll put on your little show.
Yes. And then Christian's like, I'm in love with Satine. Satine has this beautiful moment where she puts back on the red dress that we saw earlier. I just put
the red dress is the moment.
And she sings this beautiful song about her wanting to fly away. The song itself is not beautiful.
I hate that song.
It's a beautiful moment, but it's not.
It is a beautiful moment, and she's a beautiful actor, but I hate that song. One day I'll fly
Okay,
away.
Maddy, you're mad.
I'm really sorry. I did see that, like I said, I saw the musical recently,
Mhm.
and I don't know if Firework is a better option. I think that's a weird option too.
Yeah, I think there's a better option that we haven't found yet.
No, I agree. I just think One Day I Fly Away is annoying.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fair.
Oh, well.
So she puts on this red dress. She sings her face off.
Right.
Relive. Now, the best part of the movie.
No, literally.
Which, if I could stop watching the movie after this every time, I wouldn't be mad.
Then it's happy.
Yeah.
No sad vibes.
Christian shows up, and we get into.
Can I tell you what I put? I put Ewan has the nicest eyebrows.
I didn't.
No, did you notice? I looked at his eyebrows and I was like, oh my god.
I was too busy looking into his ass, baby.
Oh, baby, I guess so.
They sing the Elephant Love Medley.
Oh, I know. And his acting is so beautiful.
Their chemistry, amazing. Back to chemistry. We love chemistry in this podcast.
Didn't do well in school, but here I am. No, the Elephant Love Medley is iconic. Like, it truly makes tears fall out of my eyes.
And I've watched this movie with my friends recently, and they turned to me after the Elephant.
Wait, me?
No,
someone else?
No, someone else.
Oh, interesting.
Sorry, Maddy. I have other friends too.
Yeah, okay.
So I watched this movie with my friends the other day, and they said to me, Tatiana, is this what just like goes through your brain 24 hours a day? And I said, absolutely, yes. The Elephant Love Medley is constantly just playing in my brain.
No, yeah. But do you remember that one time when this is a sidebar, when we were like at Parker's house, at our friend's house, and we were trying, it was like late, we were like watching a movie, we were being silly, and we were trying to sing the Elephant Love Medley.
But there's two
together.
versions of it.
But there's two versions. There's the musical version, and then there's the movie version. And we kept singing them, but we kept mixing them up. But then we kept going in circles and singing the same parts of it again.
I feel like the story is only funny if you were there, but
yeah,
I
it is, but it was funny. It was a journey that we went on together. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways,
so the Elephant Love Medley, one of the most beautiful moments, and then we get the sparkle shot, which is one of my favorite shots, and then they kiss.
They kiss, and then she says, "You're going to be bad for business."
I can tell.
That is a sexy line.
Yeah, if someone told that to me, I'd be like,
I would punch them in the face because I'd be overwhelmed. Like, actually.
Oh, it's so good. And he sounds, I know I've already commented on his scene, but he sounds amazing.
Good. Nicole Kidman sounds fine.
Yeah. I guess.
She's a beautiful actress.
And then, so the Elephant Love Medley has
Big Little Lies was amazing.
I never watched it.
She's great. Anyways.
I
put poor Toulouse.
I know.
I feel terrible for Toulouse. All he does is love. He just loves her so much. But I mean, I'm sorry, but who wouldn't love Mr. Ewan McGregor?
I mean, sign me right up.
It's sad. Sad vibes.
I could talk about the Elephant Love Medley for an hour, so I'm just gonna skip over We Love It here in
this podcast. We love it. We
probably
will listen to it on the way home.
Yeah, probably.
So can I say what so the Duke comes back, and I put the Duke is definitely a man with a podcast. Do you know what I'm saying? The Duke. Do you know what I'm saying? He's definitely like Andrew Tate kind of a guy. You know what I mean?
I'm scared, but yes.
You know?
I know exactly what you mean. Especially when he's like, so they hand over, basically the Duke is like, if I invest in your show, I want the deeds to the Moulin Rouge. I'm owning Satine. I'm owning this whole little shindig that you guys have because he's a jealous man and he doesn't like other people touching his
things or his mustache.
But yes, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. Scary.
Yes.
He's scary.
So he hands over the full shenanigans to the Duke. Now,
I put the way they look at each other because now they're in their showmance era. Because they're putting on spectacular, but they're in love and they're sneaking around.
Yes, and we get this full montage of them sneaking around and they're like practicing reading the script together, but really they're just making out.
Oh yeah, and it's like,
and there's a part, the second one, that he has lipstick all over his face.
And it's like bright too.
Yes, and
like,
I don't feel bad for the Duke because I don't sympathize with the Duke at all because he's the worst. But he's kind of clueless. But
he is.
Sorry, that's your own fault.
Right, he's stupid.
Yeah.
Period. I put Harold needs to relax.
Yes.
He's always screaming.
Yes.
I need him to take a chill pill. Like, honestly, he's too much.
And I will say that we have this like full montage of them sneaking around all this stuff. And then Harold is like, then she's like, oh, we have to rehearse the scene because they're trying to sneak off. And then Harold catches them making out and then tells Satine, he has the deeds to the Moulin Rouge. What are you doing? You're crazy. You have to go to dinner with him tonight.
Right.
So then Satine doesn't show up to that dinner.
Because I put, this is my next one. That bitch is sick in all caps. She's sick.
Like dying.
But she's not taking care of herself because she has.
But she doesn't know. That's what he literally, because they're like.
Oh, they just tell him, huh?
They say she's dying. And then Harold literally says, don't tell her because the show must go on. Could you imagine? I wrote, that's sick of Z. That's literally what
Z. That's sick of Z. No, it is. That's sad. I didn't catch that.
Yes. So she doesn't show up to dinner because Miss Girl's
that bitch is
dying. And then we get
one of, I think, the silliest scenes in movie history. We get the Duke and Harold singing Like a Virgin.
By Madonna.
It's so insane.
And we introduce, literally, I wrote, we introduced the male ensemble.
The male ensemble?
The male ensemble of Hello Dolly.
That's what I said too. That's literally what I said. I said the waiters didn't have to go so hard.
They are
But
dancing.
I did say they're giving Hello Dolly.
Yes, because they're in like their full waiter.
Also the titty jello.
I wrote down, not the jello titties.
they show they like show them this jello and it's the boobies.
And then we get this, also one of the other biggest jump scares of this movie. The Duke makes direct eye contact with the camera.
With the camera. I said not the Duke singing Like a Virgin into the camera. That's something I never needed to see.
And although I will see it again because I will watch this movie again, it's not necessarily something I want to see.
Maybe
again.
Close your eyes.
Yeah,
because it's spooky.
The biggest jump scare of this movie.
Yeah,
so
something else.
My favorite part is with the cape too, or his like coat.
Right.
And they're like running down the.
Yes, it's a moment.
It's so good.
I also put men will do anything but go to therapy. Men, like, actually, I'm like, you have some things that you need to work out. Yeah. Clearly, you have issues. Yet you're here saying Like a Virgin. Like, okay, sure. Maybe your mental health, because it seems like it's on the rapid decline. Am I wrong?
No.
Like, figure it out.
Period.
Oh my God. Anyways.
So then girl's dying. He's like, don't tell her. The show must go on.
Right.
And then I wrote, the hopeless romantic in me shatters every time I watch this movie, because Satine goes to okay, sorry, my brain stopped working.
Yeah.
Harold is like, Satine, like, you can't do this anymore. This is gonna jeopardize all of us. So he goes to she goes to Christian and is like, hey, I have to sleep with the Duke. Like, sorry about it. I have a whole entire cast of people at the Moulin Rouge.
She's responsible for a lot of people.
And then he's like, I'll write a song for us that anytime we sing it, we'll know. And I'm like, I love that.
Yeah.
However, girl.
Interesting. It's a choice.
Yeah. And like, if someone said, I'll write a song for you to know I love you, I mean, I would fall to the floor and
I know you would.
But also like, girl.
Yeah. No, it's a little insane. I did put come what may with a smiley face with a tear.
Yeah,
like,
it's beautiful.
Sad. It's beautiful, but so sad.
I have to just, because there's also more montages of the Duke and Satine like going on dates and stuff while Christian is like still there.
Right.
And there's a part where the Duke goes, my dear, a little frog. They're like on a picnic, and I've never heard that line before because
I didn't hear that line. My dear, a little frog. Yeah, okay.
And it's so funny. And then I also wrote, I can drown in this man's smile.
Ewan's? Yes. Oh,
no,
for sure.
Duke.
I mean, I don't know what you're into.
Ew.
I do, but it's not that.
Also, did you notice that all the musicians are bald? Like the guy?
Yeah, it's giving bald. Like highballed. I did notice.
It's very funny.
It is.
So then we finish this beautiful number, Come What May, and Nene, because she's the stirrer of all drama.
No, I literally put Nene is a shit stir.
Yeah, she's the worst.
I said, but also the Duke is dumb.
I said, I kind of live for the tea of it all.
Oh no, she lives for the tea.
Because she goes up to the Duke and says, it's funny that she ends up with the penniless writer.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean
sitar player.
And then the Duke is
he's like
onto it.
He's like, something is amiss.
Yeah, and then asks them to change the ending, and it's
drama,
which I wrote in all caps, drama, and then I wrote, imagine being a random ensemble member, like
you're just there, like you go home, and your significant other, your friend is like, your roommate's like, so how was rehearsal? And you're like, whoa, let me tell you about the tea I witnessed today. I would kind of live, to be honest.
Yes, so drama, and then Christian says, he doesn't
because he doesn't love you.
and
She doesn't
everyone's
love
like,
you.
him. He doesn't love him.
Yeah.
And no one knows what to say.
Christian lost all cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a
Wellness check on Christian.
Yeah, he's like kind of dumb in love.
Yes.
Yeah.
And poor guy. And then Satine has to.
Men are so dumb.
Yeah, because he literally blurts out like probably the worst thing he could have said in this moment.
No, and I put not to be rude, but Christian is kind of dumb, and so is his scarf.
It's giving BFA director.
No, his scarf is dumb.
And he has like a fedora on. Please. We've seen him
so
looking
funny.
better.
Yeah.
But then Satine has to do her thing. And
she has to do her
seduce,
duty.
Like,
and like, that's the thing. I'm like, Christian, I understand. Like, this is really sad. You're in a position that must suck. However, you kind of knew what you were signing up for. Am I wrong? Is that bad for me to say?
You're not wrong.
Like, she has a duty. She's responsible for people.
Yeah.
Kind of like get over it a little bit. Like, I'm sure it's very hard, but like, relax.
Sorry.
She's just a girl going to work.
Yes.
She's clocking in.
Which I wrote, I could barely get out of bed when I'm sick. Like, girl's dying and she has to deal with all this stress.
No, see, that's probably why she dies so soon.
I was thinking about that today. That I was like,
Yeah.
maybe she would have had a longer life if she wasn't put under
She wasn't
all this
succumbed to all this drama.
Yeah.
No, for real.
And then we get one of the most iconic.
No, like truly, I think one of the most iconic like scenes in film history.
Roxanne.
Roxanne. It is such a moment.
Oh my gosh. So Satine meets the Duke in the Gotham Tower for dinner that
Oh,
evening.
wait. Can I say,
Mhm.
why does it look like the Duke lives in Transylvania? Like, why is the Duke's house giving Dracula?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I thought we were in Paris.
It's giving Dracula the
No,
house.
like, actually. You're telling me that vampires don't live there. I don't believe you. Maybe that's the whole thing. Maybe the Duke is a vampire.
Wow.
Theory.
So they're in the Gotham Tower and they're eating their dinner and she
Mhm.
takes off her glove and seduces him, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then over yonder in the Moulin Rouge, Christian is like stressed out
Mhm.
and he has this pop collar, which I wrote, this pop collar is really doing it for me.
I'm sure it did. You love a popped collar, baby.
And then Argentinian and Miss Nini break out into Roxanne.
Oh, and the
'cause jealousy
violence.
will drive you mad. Yes.
Mad.
And they go into one of the most amazing dance sequences ever.
It's the moment. The violins. It's haunting.
Oh my gosh.
It's drama. No, I live.
And then they sing, they do this whole dance moment. Christian walks out of the courtyard, which I also wrote one of the most beautiful lighting moments I've ever
It's
seen.
gorgeous.
And Satine is on the balcony, looks down, sees Christian, and starts singing their song.
Yeah.
And then he looks up at her, and the Duke is like, "Oh, I see." And then we get into a really messed up part of the movie, which we obviously don't like this part. But the violins in this part, I always forget to breathe.
No, I know, because it's gnarly.
It's intense.
It is, but I know the violin music is so beautiful. Poor Satine has to.
Yeah,
she experiences some trauma,
it's awful,
and it's very sad.
And I wrote, yes, you better punch him, because
I put slay for the gay BFF who knew she was in trouble.
the one man in this Moulin Rouge shindig is saving her day in and day out. The same man that caught her when she fell.
He's the hero of the story.
Yes.
No, it's true.
Oh my gosh. So then he punches the Duke.
Mm-hmm.
Satine runs to Christian
Yeah.
and is like, Christian, we have to run away together. He knows.
Yeah. Can I tell you what I put down?
Absolutely.
I said, it's the way some men would rather murder someone than be rejected. Like, please. Like, you need to relax, sir. That's why I'm saying podcast. Like, you literally would rather end someone's life than have this girl not be into you. I'm scared. Ugh. Okay, anyways.
So then we're running off. We're running away together. Christian's like, okay, absolutely, pack a bag. And then Harold comes in as Satina's packing and is like, you're dying, girl.
I know.
And she's
It's
like,
sad.
I'm dying. I know, but like, I thought I just had a little fever.
He's like, no, girl. No, the tuberc has got you.
Tuberc done did get hers.
Yeah, I know. And then, but I just like, girl, tell him.
Yeah, I feel like a lack of communication.
Yeah, like I put poor Christian is being put through the ringer. Like, girl, just be honest. Just be like, sir,
I'm dying.
I have a day.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because that's what they say, right? They're
Yeah.
like, you literally will do this and then you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Yeah.
I put poor Toulouse again.
I said, don't yell at your friend like that.
Yeah, no, it's sad.
Yeah. So Christian is
really
going
sad.
through it. and then decides to sell his typewriter, get
Oh,
money,
yeah.
and basically act out what they are doing within this musical, the spectacular.
Mhm.
And he's jealousy has driven him mad.
No, yeah. It's
Nicole
sad.
Kidman. So now they're putting on spectacular,
Right.
which is a little cringe, but we'll move on.
I literally put the Bollywood vibes are fierce, but yikes. That's a good change they did to
Yes,
the
very
musical.
good change in the
The
musical.
singing guitar player is the most ridiculous thing in the world. Like, huh? I'm like, oof, yikes.
But I just have
Okay.
to say,
I wonder if you're gonna say what I was gonna say.
Nicole Kidman is serving body
Oh no, she is.
with this like glitter rhinestone tummy moment.
Oh no, it's a moment.
And the extensions flowing down her
It's
back.
beautiful.
The budget.
I
wrote.
put kiss hands, diamonds, best friends.
This weird version of Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend.
It's so weird.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
But then Christian comes in. He is wanting to pay essentially for his time with this corazon.
I know. I put even nice men are dumb sometimes. Like, sir, the money isn't the answer.
Yeah.
Like, please.
And then she's running through and she's like,
Mhm.
Christian, no, you have to leave because the Duke is literally his manservant Warner is going to kill him.
Yeah, like he's sent
And Christian
his
doesn't know
dogs on the
this.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then the doors open up and then Christian drags Satine and throws the money
It's
at her
really
feet.
sad.
And she's like sobbing.
It's so sad.
And he starts walking off and she once again sings their song.
Wait, is that before or after he says, "I've paid my whore"?
Yes. When he
Oh,
drags her,
That's
throws the money.
I'm like, Christian,
Sad.
take a breath.
Take a breath, take a beat, and
Like, I need you to relax because
Yeah.
you were A+, but
and
now you're getting a little bit scary.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If
I
I could stop the
understand.
movie after Elephant Love Medley.
Yeah, like, take a breath, sir. It's giving toxic.
yeah.
Oof.
Which is they did add that to the musical version.
And it's the moment.
yeah.
It's the moment. Okay, anyways.
So it throws the money down,
Mhm.
walks off. Satine is sobbing, looks up and starts to sing their song. And Christian turns around
Mhm.
and belts his face off.
Oh boy, does he belt.
He belts his face off. And I have to say that there's a shot of the Duke in this, but they're next to the Duke.
Mm-hmm.
This old man is falling asleep. His eyes are literally closed and he
That's
goes
the
like
most
this.
realistic thing about this is an old man falling asleep during a theater production. That's the most realistic part of this whole movie. It's giving my grandpa.
Grandpa
Oh my
Barry,
God.
please.
No, not Barry. Another one.
Another one. Yeah, old man falling
Oh
asleep
my
next to the
God.
Duke.
That's so funny.
And the audience reaction to all of this is sending me because they're like, like just gasping.
No, it's so funny. I put I don't know. I'm a little bit scared that I'm like ahead because I put Toulouse being stressed about his line during all of this is me.
Oh, sorry, I did skip a chunk.
Okay, I thought so. I was like, wait, I have because this shit's going down, and Toulouse is like, I can't remember my line. He has
Yes.
one line
because he says one of the most important
He has,
lines.
yeah, but he can't remember it, and he's like freaking out. It's so
The
funny.
greatest thing you'll ever learn
Yeah.
is just to love and be loved in return, which is what makes her sing their song.
Right?
Yes,
because
and
he
then-
remembers it eventually.
Yes.
But I think it's so funny because he's literally like, "What's my line?" Like literally everything's falling apart, and he's like, "I can't remember my line." Also, I put the guy with the gun hiding behind the tambourine. Like literally,
And then
they're
he
like,
also kind of gestures to the fact that he's bald too. Did you
yeah,
see
he's like, and he's dancing. He's like, "I got the gun, but I'm dancing." It's so insane. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
man.
And I put the lighting.
The lighting.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. And then we have this full like fight sequence, whatever you
Uh-huh.
want to call it. Dancers are dancing.
Dancers are
Sandbags are being
dancing.
thrown.
Yeah, I put and I think this is one of the most camp parts of the movie.
Yes.
Is when the gun
Hits the Eiffel Tower.
Hits the Eiffel
I
Tower.
wrote that down.
It zooms out and they throw the gun and it bounces right off the top of
It's
the
like-
Eiffel Tower.
and then it makes the noise. Boink.
yeah, it's like thunk. It's so funny. Oh my gosh.
So now
Then it happens.
she done did get hers.
I said, "Bitch, now is not the time to die. Pick a better time." Like they finally reunite. They have their moment.
the curtain.
He's
comes
not being
down.
toxic anymore, although
Well,
he should be held accountable for that a little bit. But
Yeah.
she's dying, so he can't.
it's okay.
fine.
We don't have to talk about it.
But yeah, now's not the time, girl.
Yeah, they just did this wonderful production of Spectacular.
Right.
The audience is literally losing their minds.
Could you imagine being an audience there?
That's what I wrote. I said, the audience, I would live to be in this audience.
Well, I wouldn't, because you witness a death.
Well, okay, but they don't know. But they don't know that it's happening because
yeah.
the curtain has fallen, and everyone's like, "Get ready for curtain call. Get ready for curtain call." And she's like, "I'm sick. I'm sick."
I know.
And then she falls to the ground, and poor Christian doesn't know.
No, it's sad. It's really sad.
Also, I'm not a historian, nor
No.
do I know
No, you're not.
anything
Yeah.
about tuberculosis.
Me neither.
But isn't that highly contagious?
Yeah. I
So
think
wouldn't everyone in the Moulin Rouge like be done got?
Maybe, yeah. Probably.
So, yeah. The sequel to the Moulin Rouge.
Is Christian dying? Dang.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe she didn't have
Maybe
are you
that's-
telling me she didn't have to go through all of this?
Yeah.
She didn't have to do all that she had to do because the Moulin Rouge was going to die anyways, because everyone in it was going to
Wouldn't
die.
have tuberculosis.
I don't know, actually. Maybe
I don't
that's
know.
not a
Yeah,
thing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Fact check it. Correct
No, I
it.
think it is, because teachers have to get like
A TB
TB
shot.
tests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, everyone's dead in the Moulin Rouge at this point.
Yeah.
But for right now, Satine.
There's a lot going around there, I'm
this
sure.
is a very stressful
Things are
moment.
spreading.
Yeah. So Satine is dying in Christian's arms, and
Oh
he,
my
poor guy,
God.
doesn't even know.
No.
And then she's like, Christian, sorry I didn't tell you.
Tell our story.
Yes. And I just think the irony of this moment of like there's this beautiful open shot where we have Satine has just dined. Satine, sorry, my brain broke. Satine
sad.
died. Christian's sobbing, holding
Yeah.
her in his arms.
Yeah.
This beautiful shot lifts up,
I know.
and the crowd is like going
they're like,
wild.
yes! They're like, the most realistic death I've ever seen. Wait, there's claps here, right?
Yeah.
Where's tears? They're like, yes!
And Satine is like,
The
And-
emoji, dead emoji.
yeah.
X's for the eyes.
and then we basically get to the beginning of the movie again.
The greatest thing.
Yeah, so where we're at Nature Boy, where we
Yeah.
actually started, and Christian is sitting in the corner
Sad.
sad, and then he goes, weeks or days turned into weeks,
Mhm.
weeks turned into months, and then one not so special day, I walked over to my typewriter and I began to write our story.
That was exact.
Girl, you think I haven't seen this movie
Oh
that
my
many
God.
times?
That was kind of
And
wild.
then he writes the story.
He writes their story.
And he ends with one of the most beautiful lines.
Give
The
it to us.
greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. The
It's so
end.
beautiful.
And then it zooms in on the typewriter that says the end too.
Yeah. I know. Oh, both of our movies end with the end.
Girl, I
That's
think
kinda
that's how
slay.
most movies end.
No?
Okay.
Okay, not every movie ends with an actual the end.
Oh, okay. It does end
Please.
with an end.
That's such a Baz Luhrmann thing. Baz Luhrmann loves to have a story be about someone writing the story. That's what he did with The Great Gatsby also.
Oh yeah.
Which
huh.
kind of, not to be rude, but I hate that version of The Great Gatsby, his version,
You don't
because
like
it's so weird. I mean, like, Baz Luhrmann movies are weird, but like they have. Are you familiar with The Great Gatsby?
I mean, not the book. I maybe
The
Spark
movie?
mixed it. Yes.
So Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire.
Yes.
He plays Nick, I think is his name, like the guy who's like
Yes.
put into the world,
Uh-huh.
kind of the Christian, if you will.
Uh-huh.
And like it's not how the movie or the book goes, but he like writes the story. The ending is him
Huh.
writing The Great Gatsby.
Put a comment if you guys want us to do The Great Gatsby as a movie.
I hate that movie.
Maddie will be upset, but I kind of would live.
Wow, Slay, Tati, how do you
Yeah.
feel?
I mean, I feel the same way I always feel about Moulin Rouge. I love Moulin Rouge. I hope to one day go to Paris and visit the Moulin Rouge. Not that it would be like the movie. I hope it wouldn't be like the movie, honestly.
Yeah.
But to go see a nice little dinner theater and a can. I
Oh,
mean, I
yeah.
love the musical.
No,
I
it's a
love
slay.
it all.
Like I said, we recently saw the musical and
Yeah.
I love it.
And I will say, when I saw the musical, I saw it on Broadway with
I didn't.
Mr. Aaron Tveit. And oh my gosh, I literally, the opening number, I was sitting there sobbing because it was like my
Oh, yeah.
dream had come true of like
Oh, yeah.
being at the Moulin Rouge without being there yet.
Right.
But yeah, that's
It's a moment.
I love it.
Thank you for sharing your favorite movie with us, Tati.
You're very welcome.
That's really
Thanks
magical.
For chatting about it with me.
Anytime.
Anytime.
It's a slay. Okay, so for our next episode, we're going to be joined by our first guest.
Our first guest.
It's going to be our bestie, Parker Griffin.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah, period. His favorite movie is Trolls. So we will be watching Trolls.
Is it Trolls 1 or World Tour?
I think 1.
1.
Yeah, Trolls 1.
Yeah. So watch Trolls 1 this week. And then
Yeah.
next week we'll be doing our recap with our friend.
Yeah, it's going to be so fun.
Yay.
Okay, slay.
All right. Comment on all things you can comment on.
Like, subscribe.
On all things you can subscribe on. And yeah, we'll see you next time for our
Viewing party.
Woo woo.
Slay.